good friend Thorn Whip
Slash.
that I haven't used in quite a while. Kind of can't pull a dragon with it. It's much bigger than me.
Fetch failed? The hell do you mean fetch failed?
Web could be interesting.
Web is
I was looking at web. That and spider climb.
Yeah, I just don't really need spider climb.
Oh yeah, you can fucking fly.
So can you now.
Not
Not
as
super
well.
well yet, but
Yours is much better than mine.
yeah, maybe they're born with it.
Next time
Maybe it's Maybelline.
I'll get up to the 3rd level of flight, so I'll have flight mastery by the end. I can take Skywrite and just send a message to the dragons. Just says fuck off.
Make it like just a sky doodle.
Oh, and I can cast it as a ritual too. So
Oh,
I
yeah,
can tell
Skywrite's fun.
I can tell the dragons to fuck off for free.
That's true.
I'm like
That's
looking
the
at all
hard
these
part.
spells and I'm like, I could come for Nadar's brand.
Yeah?
Yeah,
so?
I could take mirror image. I could take.
Mirror
pardon
image, good fucking spell though.
It is a good spell. I
It's
could
a
take
really
that.
good
I could
fucking
take
spell.
Vortex Warp. I'm just coming for your shit, you know.
Vortex Warp is also really good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get to use it that often because I really only use it to get you guys out of danger because it's easier.
Oh.
Campaign open dust.
Yeah. Sorry, Azzy.
Shit,
We
it's
weren't
not.
live for a minute.
Pyrotechnics.
Gust of Wind isn't bad either.
We had some
I have my
getting
fucking
folks together. Also, hi.
Ring of the Air
Um,
Elemental that I still haven't fucking used this entire time.
Let's go ahead and move over to the talking screen. We are going to be down a little bit today,
I could
but
see
all will be well.
pyrotechnics being useful at one point.
Honestly,
I can blind creatures within 10 feet of it.
Yeah.
Because the range is 60 feet. That's not bad.
Well, while
I could take Flame Blade.
Flameblade's not bad, and you don't really have a main melee weapon, so.
I don't, and it's a melee spell attack roll, so it's not even dependent on like, my strength or my dex or
It's
anything.
not bad. Oh, that's crazy, Azzy.
Plus 3d6 fire damage plus my spellcasting ability modifier. That's not bad.
Oh yeah, that's not bad at all. Because we've started late, I'm definitely gonna launch us into it a little bit. So who'd like to give me a recap of last session of you three?
Last week
Well.
on Dragon Ball Z, I don't remember.
Well, pretty much, 90% of the session was each member of the party, at the shrine after defeating, all of the cult guys from the session before. After that was all settled, each member of the party went up to the skull of the mother at the shrine and prayed and formed a connection with her. And for the first time, each of us heard something like a monotone dialogue. And we learned, that the mother is slumbering, roll credits, and just learned a little bit more about what she wants and what she expects, though she was very, very cryptic with each of us. But we each gained, a boon, and for Izumi and for Mavis, they caught up with the rest of us with how many of those abilities that we have. So now we are a very scary, very deadly party, waiting to head back into the city to prepare for this turf war Troll Carl came and joined us, and unbeknownst to the rest of the party, Nadar gave Troll Carl a vial of the blood that we got from the temple as well. It was I would consider it to be a very, RP heavy, very personal session last week, and I quite enjoyed it.
Absolutely. You did not miss a single thing, and you will get an inspiration for that, which for some reason you already have. So it's.
I think I got it last week, and I just didn't need it for anything.
Well, there you go. Now you have this one too, or just this one. They don't really stack. Anyways,
No, they stack for me because I'm God's favorite princess.
Yeah. We're gonna rush through the first part with relative ease. You all will wake up at the shrine. Nothing will set off your alarms in the night. However, in the early morning, one of your alarms will go off as your lovely oxidized copper dragon friend takes a stop on by. And will offer you guys a ride back into Gelliman. And so you can say your last goodbyes if you want to the shrine, pack up your tents, all this and all that, and you can take flight.
Yeah.
You are some ways away. I believe it took you guys, was it 2, 3, 4 days by boat to get to where you were?
Yeah, something like that.
So flying is much quicker, especially on the back of a dragon in the Dragon Land.
Who would have thought?
Yeah. So it will only take roughly, I want to say roughly a full day. Of just flying on the back of this thing. You can take some small breaks here and there, get over the water, and nearing the evening of the day, you all will land in... I don't think he lands in the city, because that would be bad. He is a dragon. Even though he is metallic, people aren't immediately going to know that, and he doesn't want to scare anyone. So he drops you off closer to the last bastion, which I will actually show on the stream. And now that you've fully joined, here is the map in all its glory in Fantasy Grounds. It looks way better in Fantasy Grounds. And so I will put your party token down. Which is
Oh my god, Teravek!
It's just Teravek.
Teravek the double-blinded.
Yeah.
Teravek the blind.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I can't wait for this to load.
Yeah, it'll load
It's
it.
gonna be great. It's gonna be great when it loads, trust me. You all will be dropped as the sun is turning from orange to a dark blue right in front of the last bastion. You will see several soldiers outside who do look reasonably pretty scared, but once Dodrik Viska, the sort of general of Gelliman, walks out and recognizes you all, the tension eases pretty quickly. And she'll look around, engage everyone, say hello to... Hello? What? Say
Hello. Hello there. Hello there. Hello.
Hello?
Say...
Name's Madeir.
Hello?
She
We
will
are?
introduce herself very briefly to your two new party members, as well as Oxim, and then we'll usher you all inside. There will be a moment where you can say goodbye to Oxim, in which case, say that you do, and you do. We don't have to roleplay that out for, I think,
Henley
the
definitely
third
does.
But we definitely are aware of this war that's definitely coming. Yeah.
Almost. You haven't gotten an exact date, but the way that it's been spoken of, it's been looming on the horizon, building to a boiling point. That's why you guys were ushered out so quickly.
I'd actually like to ask Oxim something.
Oh, absolutely.
Oxim,
Mhm.
I don't suppose there's any way for us to get in contact with you all over there.
They will
we needed help with anything?
They will kind of slump a little bit, and they will say, I mean, we would love, I would love to help you. I imagine Palumpa would as well, but we have a duty that goes... It starts at that shrine and it ends at that shrine. That temple.
Understandable.
And
All this
I
talk
understand
of...
why you wouldn't want to leave, given how the others view Sacrilus.
They will shrug. And not shrug, they will just kind of slump even more and say, Sacrilus was one of the few that abandoned her duty in favor of another. Some of us view it as, noble. Don't tell anyone, but I certainly do. But it goes against how things are supposed to be.
Well, I think at the end of the day, everyone has to decide for themselves whether doing your duty matters more than doing what's right. That personal choice is how you would decide, I suppose. But I don't think you're doing anything wrong by standing by your duty.
He nods and cracks a small smile. Yeah, well, we're rooting for you guys at least. We,
Yeah, the city has us now. We got nothing to worry about.
That's true. That's true. Well, they will look up to the horizon in the direction of the temple. I've already been gone a day. That's too much. I better get going. Thank you all again.
We'll see you We'll see you again.
I hope so. You'll have to visit the
Yeah,
temple sometime. It
Our
needs
boat's
visiting.
still over there.
Oh, right. Yeah, it is.
And when we make it out of this, we're gonna have to have another race. I think I've gotten a little faster. Probably not quite as fast as you, but one day.
I'll have to train up. And then he will take flight. And when you turn around, you will see Dodrek Viska. The very, I need to pull up her token again. It's been so long. I took her out of the combat tracker because I was like, there's no point having her there. Dodrek Viska. There you are. I can actually just put her in the side chat, I think, for you guys to look at. I can. I think I can put her picture. Nah, you'll never know.
You can click on the picture.
Oh, wonderful. A woman with long red hair down her back looks up at you all with a hammer at her side and will say, "Wow, that's surprising. I didn't think you'd actually befriend them. But not unwelcome."
That's definitely one way to phrase what we are to them now.
Oh?
Hey, Oxum's my friend.
Well, there's that
I think
one.
the others,
who
at
would,
the very least,
soon as-
respect us.
There's the one that would have soon have killed us as let us anywhere near the temple, but
I would say by majority rules, we're at least
four
on
out of
civil
five
ground.
ain't bad.
4 to 5 ain't bad, that's true.
The passing score.
Well, I suppose it's better than nothing. Did you all get what you were looking for?
We did. It's
Good.
been happening here in the city since we left.
Well, I mean, it hasn't gotten better. But, it's not all hope is lost. And you can actually like look up at the bastion and see that it is crumbling just a little bit. It's definitely been hit by an attack or two since you were gone.
Well, I think hopefully we have something to turn the tides at least a little bit more in our favor now. We were successful.
We did complete that task.
Good. Come inside then. It's cold. We should probably discuss what's to come.
Cold everywhere.
I mean, yes,
You
but
guys
we
are
have
cold?
like warmth inside. You're a white dragon. I don't want to hear it from you.
I'm silver, sure.
Oh no, now I'm racist. All right.
I think that's just dust forgetting that I'm not a white dragon.
I
time.
forget every
Every
single time. Every single time.
That's just the
It
first time I
doesn't-
fucking corrected you on it because you said it as a character.
It doesn't help that the two dragonborn in this party look like white dragonborn and are both not white dragonborn.
Neither one of us are white dragonborns.
Mm-mm.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
No, I'm silver.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, I did not know that. Know that. Oh my gosh.
I want it to be associated with the metallic dragons, not the chromatic dragons.
It's true.
The chromatic dragons
We
are
love-
stinky. They smell.
Yeah, that's why Emily picked copper.
That's why I was roasting that adult white dragon so hard.
So funny.
That we fucking killed his ass.
That thing was so dead.
Viska will push open the doors and welcome you all into the bastion. Wherein you can walk about. You can see that there are a few beds just sort of like strewn about the main hall where injured people are resting. There are a few of which the blankets are covering the person in their entirety.
As in they're cold or as in they're dead and cold?
As in they're dead.
I mean, if they're dead, they're probably
They're cold either way, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
But
However, descending down a staircase, you can. Oh yeah, let me.
We're in the bastion now.
Descending down a
Carapec's
staircase.
in there.
You
Carapec's
guys-
here.
He breaks down a wall.
Shit!
I'm here.
Quick, blind him again. Oh wait.
I got true sight, idiots.
Oh man.
Your sight these nuts.
Either way, you all will make your way down a set of stairs, wherein you will find a large, a large open room with a table at its center, with a large map of the southern eastern side of Oakrathil, with primary border string being drawn around Gellerman and No Man's Land. And there are a few. No, there aren't any soldiers in this room. But you do. Would he be here? I imagine there's a way for him to get in. Yeah. You can see on like the other half of the room, the ceiling has been sort of. It's made out of wood instead of stone. And Viska will walk in and pull a chain, and it will open upwards to the open sky. And you will see, I believe it's Shatter. Was this one Shatterclex? I have too many similar sounding dragons.
Yeah, something Klex.
The black dragon, who's
The
friendly.
young one.
The young one, not the big one. Yeah.
Yeah, the big one's what the vial's for.
Yeah. He can't even fly right now.
Poor
Well,
guy.
We're
the
gonna get him
Bobby,
white girl wasted.
the young black dragon will soar down and will land in, and the chain will be pulled and it will shut above him. He will look around to you all. He will seem happy to see you. And Viska will grab a torch to illuminate the map and will say, "All right, well, I suppose first things first. What'd you find over there?"
So many things.
There's nobody else but us in this room, right?
Yes, just you. Oh, you know what? Just very quickly, both Mavis and Azumi will wait around the bastion because they weren't here for this before, and they will likely just go and explore the city. Because they would like to be familiar with the place that they are going to be staying for a little bit.
All right. Well, if it's just the initial group in here, Nadar will pull the third and final vial from his pocket and place it onto the table. Blood of the mother.
It will reflect with the light in this sort of glittery chroma. It seems to harbor pieces from every single type of dragon, the glitter being that the tiny little specks of gems. You don't even know what kind of gems they are. Maybe they're diamonds. Who's to say? As well as the metal flakes that reside at the bottom with the rainbowed hue of the liquid. The black dragon will look at it and it will kind of reflect in his eyes. He seems in awe. Viska will pick it up and inspect it and will say, "What is this?"
Blood of the mother.
Oh. All right. Wow.
He said he needed something to get him on his feet. I don't think there's anything going to be stronger than this.
No.
I'm still not even sure what it'll do in its entirety.
Wow. Well, I suppose we'll have to find out. Wow. She will set it on the table very gently. Well, we've gotten that taken care of. We're not all going to die now. That's good. But even with him, we aren't set on a total victory. We need a plan. You guys have been away. Things have been escalating. We've gotten word that in about 6 days' time, things are going to get real bad. 6 or 7.
6, 7.
I'll kill you.
That's not even us talking.
No. No, she heard that from the game, and she's coming to get your ass.
That will PK you right now.
All right, time for Bentley.
Yep.
Yeah, time for Bentley, who won't have any of the blessings.
You have to wait till the next shrine. That's gonna suck.
That'll be after the war.
Maybe even longer. We don't even know. She will
At
say.
least not until we go north.
She will say, the dragons have pulled far more of our number than we have theirs. Many of the soldiers are down for the count, as I'm sure you saw. The people are terrified. Supplies have stopped coming in, at least for the time being. And I think the dragons know this. I think Rickson's going to send, he's going to finish this, in a week's time. So, we need to finish it too, our way, on our terms. However,
one way or the other, it's going to end.
It's true. It's true. However, I don't have a board of people who I can run these by. There's no vanguard, there's no council. It's just me. And you four are the closest thing I have to that. And your friends.
Oh,
That sounds
man.
like really bad city planning for this kind of place.
Well, it's rather unfortunate, but not many people live here. Purpose of this place isn't for them to stay, it's for them to get out.
This is too much responsibility for one Hemlock.
That's why there's 4 of you.
And
Hey, you know what?
if
You're
we
right. Hey, you're right.
Don't worry,
You're right
Hemlock.
about that.
We're not going to make you make any big decisions.
All right,
we
I
can
don't.
get
I
them
don't.
the help,
Hey, you
then
know
we
I don't
also
really
have-
trust myself with those.
Let's
Oh,
have
Isla's
Mavis
here.
and Izumi if we can get them to help too.
That's good. I don't know who that is, but if you know them and you did this, she motions to the blood. I imagine they'll be perfectly adequate at helping.
Yeah, they're as strong as we are, and
Oh,
I at the very least would trust them, and that's not something I say lightly.
good, good. Isla's also here. I always forget Isla. Isla, hi Isla.
I never forget Isla.
Troll Carl wouldn't have been there when Oxium got there, but he knew where we were going. So.
It's true. It's a good thought to have, because as this is being discussed, you will hear a popping noise as sparkles of magic appear only a few feet away from you, and Troll Carl will teleport in. And
Hey, Carly.
He's going to kill you one of these times.
he
Is
doesn't
he gonna
even
be part of this as well?
he doesn't even bother giving you like a glance, Enly, and he just looks. You say, is he going to be part of this as well? Is that what you said, Hemlock?
What? Sorry, what?
What did you say?
Hemlock asked if he was gonna be part of it, this as well. Meaning, like, is he also going to be in this council thing? This decision crew?
Visco will kind of look at him, kind of like, I don't think suspicious is the right word, but almost like, okay, almost exasperated. And
He's
he'll
stronger
say,
than us anyway.
he'll say, I am a wizard who has guided these people through Okrathel. I am powerful in my practices, and this is a war I have a vested interest in. I would almost be required to lend my aid to this battle.
Let's leave Dust to talk to himself for a little bit.
Visco will just kind of shrug and say, well, more to merrier, I suppose. And then we'll look to the rest of you. While you were gone, I came up with a few options for which we could have. I'd love to hear your ideas, but I only say 4 ways of us going about this. And I will direct you to the document that I will be elaborating on far more as like session by session. But she will begin to sort of just read them out. As she puts like these little like wooden figures of all of you, very crude, onto the board, and then like this large red one that's supposed to be Crigson.
Dust, how much smaller is Enly's and everyone else's?
I think she made them at the same size.
Enly
They're
looks
not
incredibly
proportional.
pleased. Enly looks so pleased.
I was really jumping between, did she do that or did she just find like a dead tick and just like put it there in place of Enly?
That's so mean. Would they even have ticks up here? It's too cold.
That's why they're dead.
Where did she acquire a dead tick?
You know,
Well,
but
you haven't had
Obviously
shipments
it's
in who knows how
wintertime.
long.
didn't you know this is actually summer in Okrathel?
Oh,
We have no way of knowing.
Yeah, the cicadas are out.
What cicadas?
They emerge, immediately die.
Yeah. She will push all the figurines up to the one of Crixon, as well as herself, and will say, there's the first option, the riskiest one. We can go about this diplomatically. We can talk to him, we can talk him down from fighting, and then there won't be a war at all. However, I find this very unlikely to work. I only mention it as almost a requirement to know that we tried to do this peacefully. We don't have a lot of leverage. He believes him more powerful than us. So unless we have proof that he is weaker, and not so much proof that he doesn't want to prove that he isn't, I'm not confident in this.
I think it would probably be more worthwhile of our time to try to convince some of the other chromatic dragons to join our side.
That's not bad. That isn't a bad idea. I will, we'll come back to that, actually. And she will move back, and she will move all your figures in front of the walls of Gilliman, and will say, well, in that case, the next option is going the offensive. We know when he's going to attack, at least sometime soon. We prepare, we choose a day, and as long as we go before them, then we rush. We get to the heart of the volcano, we take him out. With him gone, everyone else will fall shortly afterwards. Whether it be physically or metaphorically, they will fall to our side.
How long of a journey is it from here to their volcano?
That depends. If you're going by foot, about a day, day and a half. If you're going by dragon, maybe half a day, maybe a couple hours at most, at least.
Okay.
So, it'd be a long battle, but we can get over there. And I suppose, I'm assuming a lot here, so I want to clarify before anything. No one here, except for Shatterklex, can actually stand up against Krixen. And you all have come back from a terrible journey alive. Are you all going to be going against him?
More than likely.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I hate to inform you, Hemlock. It's definitely going to be us.
I mean, I know. I would just like to think that maybe there's other options beforehand. Like, anything else we could exhaust, but you know what? I just gotta listen to my soul and know that that ain't true, and that's okay. That's okay.
It'll be alright. We'll be fine.
I think if it comes down to it, I think we're all willing to throw our strength in, but if we can avoid something like that, I think obviously we all agree that that would be best, but as you said before, it's rather unlikely.
Yes, the problem is that if any of the dragons die on their side, they're just going to keep going. Even if it's just Krixen left, he's going to keep going. But if Krixen goes, the rest of them go. Which is... Ooh. She kind of holds her head. Either way, that's our first battle option. We create an army. We push through like a battering ram through their defenses, get you all to Krixen, and let you all fight him. Simple as that. But we have the other one. She pushes you all behind the walls. There's the defensive option, wherein we let them come to us. We prepare, we make sure that we can survive a few of their blows. Eventually, they're going to get angry enough that Krixen's going to come down himself. And when that happens, you all will fight him, except it's on our turf. So we'll be able to prepare for that too. Only problem is, as you can tell, and literally just like, you hear a harsh wind from outside hit the stone building, and it begins to shake slightly. As you can tell, we aren't exactly built for defense. So it might not be as effective, but we would be able to prepare far more.
Also
Yeah,
more
but if they all
dangerous
get-
because civilians could get caught in the crossfire.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Yes, we'll have to decide whether or not we wish to evacuate civilians or arm them. So, that'll be a discussion for later, I suppose. Well, then there's the third and final option, at least that I have prepared, the, actual fighting option, which is getting you all there through other means. Dragons can burrow, some of them. They've made holes in the ground, as you can see by the scorch mark craters. Some of those aren't just
by the holes in the ground.
Yeah, some of those aren't just craters. Some of those are actual burrows and tunnels, massive. Some dragons are going to use them, but in a fight, dragons are best in the sky. They're gonna want to keep the high ground while we're on the low ground. So, my plan is, we prepare for distraction and survivability. We defend, we don't push ever, while you five sneak. You go underground with a dragon that can burrow, take you all the way to their volcano, and while none of the dragons are present, you take out Crixon. It'll be an ambush. You'll get the surprise on him, hopefully. And hopefully it'll be a bit easier to take him out when he's by himself.
I worry
That
about
one.
taking those tunnels.
We'd have the advantage. The dragon can't fly away from us down there. They're on the ground, exactly where I'd want them to be.
Troll Carl will snicker and nod.
That is true, but we'd also have to consider that in the event that, we do take one of these burrows, sure, dragons aren't at their best when they're fighting in a tunnel, but it would be very easy to either become turned around, to get trapped down there by some kind of collapse, and depending on how wide those tunnels end up being, one dragon using its breath weapon could wipe us out.
Yeah, fish in a barrel.
Isla, Visca will nod, and Isla will say, well, you don't have to worry about getting trapped down there. I can burrow.
Yeah.
I'm just a
We
little,
don't need to take their tunnels.
just a little small.
You're-
And
You're large enough to work with. We can all follow behind you, Isla.
she'll beam. Visca will nod at that Nadar and will say, we don't have to take their tunnels, but they've made many burrows there. You will likely come across one or two. But as long as you keep your own path and you go in one direction, you should be able to get there just fine. They'll look to you, Enley, and say, you're right about the fish in the barrel. If they are to use their breath weapon down there, they are going to get you no matter what. Unless, of course, you burrow underground or have some other means of defense. But perhaps that is what you prepare in the meantime. You find a way around that. We have a week. We can do something.
Right. My thoughts with these plans so far is a lot of these are going to end up being a coin flip, and unfortunately that's often how war goes when there's one side that has an advantage over the other, like the dragons do. But
We're on the back foot no matter
think-
what. We need to make do
yes,
with
we
what
are.
we can.
precisely, and if there's anything that I've learned, and I was quite literally raised by mercenaries, at the end of the day, if you're fighting to save something, if you're fighting for something that matters to you, even arming someone who's never held more than a paring knife in their hand, they're gonna fight a lot harder than someone just doing it for greed.
Visca will smile and nod, and will say, oh, very well then. Looks like somebody's just appointed themselves as a little bit of our spokesperson.
I do have a silver tongue.
You'll have to go out
You
there and...
volunteered yourself. Good job.
Yeah. You'll have to go out there and inspire the folks. I can do my best to inspire the soldiers. They're not easily broken, but they're definitely a bit fragile at the moment. But if you can inspire the villagers, the civilians, that would be more people to help us on the front lines and make sure that we have less casualties if anything gets through.
I'll certainly do my best. And who knows, like I mentioned before, I would say that it is quite possible that we might be able to convince some of the chromatic dragons to come to our side.
It's not a bad idea.
I think at the very least we should give it a go. I mean, we don't really have anything to lose other than maybe an hour of our time.
Try it
Time
first,
isn't-
maybe.
Oh, an hour is an hour, and scheduling...
I don't foresee losing an hour. I foresee losing a couple health potions and there being one less dragon we have to fight.
She will nod
Well,
and say, however, it's not a bad idea. In the best case, we get one less on their side, one more on ours for everyone we talk to. In the worst case, they just get one less on their side.
Indeed.
You'll just need to find a way to isolate them.
They seem to have a way with words, and having dragons attempt to fight me, so I'm sure it won't be hard.
Well, and I've been called by more than one dragon, acknowledged to be a child of the mother. If they believe that what they're doing is, the gifts that they've been given by the mother to bring her glory, perhaps I can convince them that there are other ways.
Hmm.
You can always challenge them to a race.
Shatterclex. Shatterclex, I think, is this one Shatter or Shad? I found out that's the difference, as I made one an I and one an O, because apparently I hate myself.
No, which one's ancient and which one's young?
Shatter, the Shatter is the ancient, so Shadit. Shatterclex.
Shatterclex.
Shatterclex will look at you, Enlil, and say, "It's not a bad idea, but they do not fight purely for the sake of the mother. Their vision has been diluted by Grixon. They believe his doctrine. What they are doing is for the mother. This is the best thing they can do. This is how they can bring her glory. By killing. By taking. At this point, it's less about the mother and more about him."
Grigson is the brother of the young red dragon we killed, isn't it?
Yes.
Am I remembering this correctly? Okay.
He's an adult red dragon, I believe.
He's
He
ancient.
is an ancient red dragon.
Oh, he's ancient. Fun.
Oh man!
I'm just keeping that in my head, because in my head it's like, if he learns that we're here and we're the ones that did that, he's going to come kill us himself.
Which could be both a good thing and a bad thing, depending on how you spin it. Have you mentioned to these people that you did that?
No.
Okay, cool.
We mentioned we killed some dragons. We didn't specify what dragons.
Gotcha. I didn't think you did.
I think you would have remembered that part.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't mentioned. I don't even remember that young dragon's name.
They all share similarities. I have it. Man, I have it somewhere. I'll need to find it, but
I know it was told to us because the villagers said it. I just do not remember what it was.
Village of Lillintent. Ringenson.
Ringenson.
Or it might be Ringenson. Let me. I'll pop it into here.
Ringenson. Creekson.
I don't believe they told you guys why they were named that, because those names are very specific.
Yeah, Creekson, Ringson. Their father was
Okay, so they did tell you.
something.
Yeah. if you know about their father, then they definitely did tell you.
Yeah, their father was like something Klex, because Klex
Yes.
was like a controller of a large section of land.
Yes, they were basically the son of a ruler. Like a dragon ruler, not the Dragon King, just an ancient
Yeah, we've been
red
trying to kill that
dragon.
guy for a while. He keeps getting away.
It's true. Well, you've been killing the
Dust, can we just win? Can we kill that guy?
child of the Dragon King. The child
Slash
of the
do
Dragon
win.
King?
Yeah, can we just kill him?
Yeah.
No,
We almost did the last time, then he ran away like a coward.
it's true.
At-
We did.
At E, kill everyone.
At
Next
E,
episode.
at E,
Slash
slash
kill at-
E, yeah, slash key, kill at E, bracket, name, son of the Dragon King, bracket.
That's so funny.
Surprised I remembered that command off the top of my head.
You did. And Visco will say, well, either way, we've got a few good general strategies, spokesperson. Getting the people together. I imagine each of you can have something no matter which course we take, but we do need to choose a course. If we don't start preparing today, then things will not go well for us when the battle comes.
What do you all think? And don't just let me stand here. Somebody fucking answer me.
Hemlock blinks.
I
Hemlock, I'm going to explain this very good.
Well, no, I understand. I don't think everyone's gonna make fun of me if I say stuff.
Hemlock, you're coming with us regardless. Which do you want to do?
Oh hell, can we try diplomacy first? Just a little bit of it. If it goes bad, we can kill everybody, because then we'll have less people to fight. But diplomacy, I think a little bit of it. And now
I like
this
the
is
way
a
you
rare
think,
suggestion
Hemlock.
from
This
me,
is good.
Hemlock, because I don't, one doesn't usually think of the noble Hemlock as very diplomatic, and I've got to agree with you, but I think
Hemlock, you just don't. I understand you not wanting to fight all those dragons, and it
Alright.
probably having something to do with something.
I also have to say I don't
because
think we should do the
only me
defensive.
and Lizzie read that letter.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we should do the defensive. I think we should have some people here just in cases. But if I were a bunch of evil people who happened to be dragons and things weren't going my way, I would just torch everything. Or maybe I would just do that anyways, but if I was like upset or if I just wanted to win or like make the people against me really sad, I would just torch everything.
I think
Well, they've certainly been
whatever
trying.
case we end up choosing, we need to have a backup. But I believe that our best plan of action would be negotiation, and if we need to from there, going on the offensive. I think we need to avoid being on the defensive at any cost. I really don't want to put civilians at risk. Even, we could evacuate them, but there's just no guarantees.
Where?
I think what we need to do is, I think we
send
need
them
to
back
arm.
down to Falana. It's the only place we could send them.
Mm-hmm.
I think we need to prepare them for the possibility of having to defend themselves, but hopefully that we won't have to bring the fight onto the actual grounds of the city.
The way I'm seeing it, no matter what, some of the dragons are going to come here and attack. Even if we launch an assault beforehand, some of them are just going to come here while the force is gone and raise the city.
Yes,
Damn, if there
but
were only more of us.
So
the hope
the
is
choice
that we
isn't-
will minimize. The hope is that we will minimize how many end up coming here by bringing their attention elsewhere. The last thing we want is all of their attention here, is what I'm saying.
That's fair. She'll look to you, Non, in case you had anything.
I also think that this is a pretty good option. I mean, it's best to negotiate first because we don't want to just outright just start attacking stuff or people. We only defend ourselves when we're attacked first, yeah?
they've been attacking first this entire time, Non.
Yeah, but I don't know.
The people have done nothing. The dragons are just attacking.
Isla will nod, with Enley and Hemlock and Non and say, look, they're not. This is all. Hey guys, I'm a month old, I think.
Something like that.
I'm a little smarter than your average young thing, but I don't know. I feel like just straight up killing people, anyone getting killed, sucks bad. I have to go with diplomacy myself if that's what most people are doing. And Troll Carl will shake his head and will say, "This is not people we are dealing with. This is dragons. But while I have many things to say on the matter and what I think we should be doing, it doesn't matter. I am outvoted. Me and Nadar, that is. So, if you wish to talk to them, I will assist in what little I can, providing you an escape. These are dragons. If the
Definitely
negotiation
that.
fails, they will not let you go. They will kill you."
And after the negotiations, it's not going. If we go early for the negotiations, it's not going to be oh, we still have time to prepare. They're going to attack us immediately afterwards. There will be
Man.
no time to prepare the city if that is the route we go.
I will
Maybe we
say,
do it
They're
last
not going to
then?
let us.
Oh,
They're not going to let us escape
Here's
and
Here's the
head back
thing.
to the city
I
and
didn't-
fortify our walls.
here's what I'm thinking.
I'm sorry. I didn't
No,
really
you go
finish
ahead, Nan.
my-
You haven't said too much. I think
I
your
didn't
voice
really
deserves to
finish
be
what I
heard.
was. I didn't really finish what I was explaining. I also think though that, if a lot of people are being attacked, then the best course of, action is also to defend the people that are being attacked. So, either way, I'm more neutral, but I'm ready to defend the people that are in these cities as much as I can.
Visca will sort of look between all of you and will sigh and will say, "The problem is that all of you are correct. So, I feel like we have to find some kind of middle ground. It seems most of you want diplomacy. That can happen. However, Nadar is right. If diplomacy fails, even if it succeeds for the most part, it's still going to fail a little bit. The fight will start almost immediately. I'd say we have a day at most. Even they have to do some preparation. Which means, I think our best course of action is to spend 4 days preparing for the war, physically, in whatever way we want. And on the day before, we can try and talk it out."
Precisely. We spend as much of our time preparing for what we hope will be an offensive as we can. Something that, might be able to act as, we do what we can to shore up the city, but I think if we prepare ourselves for an offensive in the event that diplomacy doesn't work, I think that would be the wisest use of our time.
If diplomacy doesn't work, an offensive won't matter. They're going to run us through. They'll come
Well-
to the city regardless on if we're on our way there or not. Because at that point, once we get back here, if we have the day, then it's going to take us a day to walk to that location. They'll just fly past us and raise the city anyway. And then come back and kill the rest of us.
Troll Carl will shake his head and will say, No. If diplomacy is what you're looking for, I can get you out of here and back here."
I understand that, but if what Visca says is true, and they'll likely take a day afterwards, we get back, we have to take our own day to mount our troops, to get everyone ready, and then march. It's going to take us a day and a half, like Visca said, to get there. The dragons will go, raise the city, and then come from behind.
Nadar, the plan isn't that we would have them be prepared by the time that we come back. That's when we rally everyone. We have everyone rallied before we leave. So that way they're prepared to march at a moment's notice. The second that we tell them that negotiations failed, we have feet already on the ground. We wouldn't be able to get all the way there, but we can meet them halfway, which is better than fighting at crumbling walls and endangering citizens.
You're right. We wouldn't be fighting at crumbling walls. we'd be fighting in an open field against dragons that can breathe fire.
Which is what we're gonna do anyway if we fight on the offensive.
If we fight on the offensive, we'll fight them in their caves, in the fucking mountain that they're using as their base.
Visca will speak up, and will say, which is not exactly a good thing. Fighting a dragon in their lair is not a good idea. The offensive was to get you 5, you 6, whatever number of you that there are, was to get you all there while we fight everyone else in no man's land. And what that would mean is we'd have our own ancient black dragon, Shatterklex, here making sure that nothing gets past the walls, and we would have, and she'll motion over to Shatterklex, this one bring you all as quickly as he can to the volcano itself. If we have everyone rallied beforehand, we'll be one day less prepared, but everyone will be as prepared as they're going to be. With that in mind, if the negotiation fails.
It's a 90% chance that we fight no matter what. But if there's 10% chance that very, very few people by comparison have to die compared to all-out war versus some fraction of the dragons deciding that they don't want to give diplomacy a chance, I'd rather we fight less than more. They will come for us if negotiations fail. That has never been something that I've denied. But if we have even a 5% chance that more people come out of this alive, that we do not get flattened, I want to take that. We can't afford to be steamrolled here.
Well, what about the rest of you?
Isla will probably speak up and say, it's bizarre. It's definitely, it's somehow the safest and the most risky option to take, I would say. The safest way to take the risky option is, I think, what I'm trying to get at. But I don't not like it. I would rather not as many people die as well. And I think if we just prepare for that, we would be okay. I like to think we'll be okay. I've never been to war.
Hey man, none of us have either. Not gonna lie.
Oh, well, I have.
Thank goodness. Oh no.
Oh.
Oh, not thank goodness. But also thank goodness.
Yes, at the end of the day, if we pick negotiation, then we have to pick one of the others as well, because it does not take almost a full week to prepare to negotiate. We're not debating a politician here. We are convincing a dragon to not kill us.
It's true.
Debating the politician would be easier.
Oh, it would be in terms of deadliness, but it's not
No, just
exactly
in
like
general.
we have to out-logic them.
You're right. It is as Visca said. We have to convince him that we are stronger than him, but not enough to the point that he wants to prove it. And red
Alright.
dragons have a very large ego.
So, I think Nadar and I each have our own ideas of what we want to do, but
I resign
Hemlock?
myself to whatever the rest of
None?
you believe will do. I've given my piece.
you each deserve to have a chance to say what you believe is the right move. Hemlock and Nan, want to know what you want.
Oh man, I want to not do anything.
If that's your
I had my
option,
choice.
then
I
you can
wouldn't
go.
have a single part in this, but I do because I'm here, and also other people are here, so that
Hemlock,
matters.
that can always be your option. You can go lay out in no man's land, and I'm sure they'll gladly incinerate you.
Yeah, well, I don't want that.
Well, then you have to make a choice.
I mean, whatever the consensus is, I'm gonna end up being all right with that, because if more than one person who is surely smarter than me agrees on something, then all right, that's fine. I feel good about doing it. Especially if like Troll Carl gives the thumbs up. All right, for sure.
He just kind of looks at you, shrugs.
I think it's a good option. As long as it keeps less deaths, we are prepared ahead of time. Then
Mm-hmm.
I think this plan above all others puts us at the most personal risk versus all of the soldiers and civilians. I'd rather take that risk personally, but if that's not what any of you want, then by all means, no one's going to force you to do this.
I'm always up for that.
You don't have
risk.
swords at your throats telling you to march along.
Well, in that case, Viska will nod and say, "All right. Well, I think we've come to a point where I can confidently say how we're going about this. So, I'm going to assign some of y'all some things. Enli, it's already been very clear when I'm assigning you. You're going to rally the people and the soldiers. You need to make sure that they're willing to fight, they're willing to defend themselves, they're willing to go at it. Nadar, you're going to be, what would be the wording for this? I don't want to boost your ego too much. Close enough to a second in command for me. I need you to prepare people for a war. Enli's going to convince them that it's going to be okay and that they should fight for themselves, but you clearly are centered on making sure that we're going to win this offensively. So I need you to spearhead that. I'll be alongside you.
Well, if we're going to fight, I'm damn sure going to make sure I come out of it alive at least.
Well,
And if I come out alive, that means we won.
All right. And she will look to Non and Hemlock and say, "You two seem to be a little bit more indifferent on this, so to speak. So you're gonna help where you can. Use your talents, whether it be convincing people or helping for the war that is inevitable to come. We'll be doing that." Troll Carl will come over to you, Nadar, and will say, "You are very talented in your artificy, and I am talented in my magic. I am certain we could come up with something. One of the last wars
reinforced all of these walls, but
well, one of the last wars that I ever saw was a particularly interesting strategy. They casted illusory terrain, and they caused the entire land to become a massive swamp full of nothing but water and quicksand. And, well, the army couldn't do anything."
I unfortunately don't think water and quicksand will do much against dragons, but I understand what you're saying.
No, it wouldn't, but who knows? I think we'll be able to come up with something. And Isla will come up to you, Enli, and will say, I'll make sure to help you. I don't, I'm not exactly the best with words, but I can get you places, and I can just support you.
I think that it might give people a lot of hope to see you by my side.
Okay. She'll smile. She'll just do a little beam at you. And she'll say, or Viska will say, "Very well. In that case, there's only one more order of business before the sun rises. I was going to say sun sets, but I think it's just about done that by now. I need to go get this to Shatterclex. If any of you want to come with me, you can. Otherwise, you can start to head into the city and get a good night's sleep before the big day starts tomorrow.
I'll go along with you.
I'll go as well.
Of course. She looks to Non and Hemlock.
I'll
I'm gonna-
follow along.
Brian,
Think we-
relax.
Hemlock, you never went the first time, so.
Well. You're right.
So does that mean you're
Come on.
coming, or what are you doing?
come on, Hemlock.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. All right. Okay, we're gonna go hang out. All right.
Alright. Looks like you all are doing that. I'll begin my first preparations, take a look around the walls of the city, see if I can set up any glyphs of some kind.
I'll come find you once we're done.
Of course. Or maybe I'll find you, whichever's easier. And so, you all will walk out, and you will be able to get on the back of Shadowclex, and you will be able to take off. Let me go ahead. Oh, they did! Oh, they did put it here. That's so awesome. You will take off, and you will fly over the city, and in mere minutes, you all will see a large, open square, an old Gellerman with more decrepit buildings. And you will see a large square with a statue at its center. And you all may land. And when you do so, Visca will look around and make sure that no one is in sight. No one ever really is, but just to make sure, she will activate the statue and it will move. And all of you will see a familiar stairwell down into a lair.
Except for Hemlock.
No, Hemlock's there. Oh yeah, right. Yeah, no, never mind.
Hemlock
Right.
does not know where the fuck we're going or what
Yeah.
we're doing.
You see a familiar lair, Hemlock.
Damn, this is crazy.
Yes, come on, down the stairs.
Yeah.
Going down the stairs. To describe this again for you, Lizzie, since you weren't here that session. You watch as the stairs sort of give way into a massive cavern with a large circular platform at its center. It appears in the walls that there are sort of like vague burrows, maybe old homes. It's hard to say. Vague approximations, shapes of civilization that were once here. Did I ever give you guys a map for this? I don't think I did.
I don't think you did.
Didn't think so. I remember making... I think I remember I was making one, and then I was like, I don't need a map for this. They're going to be here for 2 seconds. Yeah, I didn't.
Now we're back.
And you will see several stalactites on the ceiling. And before, what had happened is Shatterclex had fallen from the ceiling and had descended, batting his wings on this massive platform in front of you, revealing his absolutely gargantuan size. Like, this is he's bigger than Teravec. And this time, he does not. He is laying on the ground. And you can see his body is rising and falling slowly as he breathes very shallow breaths. But as you walk down, he will twist his head upwards towards you all. And he will say, I can feel it. Is it here? Did you bring it?
We did.
Good. He will begin to very wearily hoist himself up as his legs shake under the pressure of his body. And he will... How does he plan on taking this? May I see it? And Visco will pull out the vial, and she'll say, or I think Isla will say, I'm honestly a little concerned how something this small could help something that big. And Shatterclex will say, ah, yes, very good. And he will reach out a claw and will turn it palm up. Visca will place it on. And he will sort of hold it for a moment and eye it over. And he will say, I need one of you with something sharp or something strong. He will look to all of you.
Hemlock
I'll step
looks
forward
at...
with the dagger.
Oh, okay.
A
Oh, yeah,
dagger.
you're right.
He'll see the dagger and he will say, tiny little thing. Though I can imagine it is usable. It will take some time and it will be arduous. But my skins grow tough. My scales grow too tough
My skins.
for this to work properly. I will need you to pry off one of my scales.
I think maybe Nadar might be best suited for it.
Nadar just
Quite
steps
frankly.
forward and grabs the dagger from him.
Yeah, Nadar is much more physically strong than me.
Where do you want it pried from?
And he will open his palm where the vial is, and it's literally like if there was a needle in a haystack and you laid every single piece of hay like out, and then you could see the needle. That's what this looks like. And he will just hold out that hand to you, and he will say, "Any on here, on the palm."
Yeah, not likely to get bit on your palm, I suppose. Nadar will
Hope you
take
don't get a splinter.
Nadar will take the dagger, kind of wedge the tip of it between one of the scales to get some leverage, and then just a little bit further before he tries to pry it up and out.
Yeah, make me an athletics check. Isn't to see if you succeed, just to see if you can do it quickly. 13. It's not the worst.
This is gonna hurt like a motherfucker.
Well,
by the way.
Bardic.
You can throw a Bardic on. You're not in combat. I can.
Yeah.
What is it, a D8?
Clemency.
D8, yeah.
Yeah.
16. It gets it above a 15. So.
Yeah. Do I flash myself? Yeah, we're about to take a long rest. Fuck it. Yeah, flash. Make it a 20.
Sure. A 20 will be perfectly easy. You see him wince as the dagger goes beneath. Dragons are great and terrible beasts, but the only reason they remain unharmed during battle is because of their scales. And so this is an old, weak, and weary one. Its scales are hard, but its flesh is not as hard. You will be able to scrape the scale off with relative ease. It takes about 30 seconds, I would say. But seems like it wasn't that painful. And he will say, very, very good. Very good. And he will shift the vial over onto the exposed wound, and then he will crush his fist and let the glass pierce into his skin. He will wince in pain, and you will watch, all of you, as the gaps...
He will take 1 hit point of damage.
It's true. You will see as the gaps between his scales begin to glow for just a moment. This rainbowish hue begins to overtake. His mouth opens and the light expels from it. His eyes are glittering, and then it all comes to a sudden stop. And Shatterclex is not by an incredible degree, but to a noticeable degree, smaller than he was before. And he will say, I can feel it within me. I haven't lost much, which means I haven't gained much either. But you've given me a few years, my friends, when I only had days. I thank you
Well?
for this.
Luckily, we don't have to wait very long.
Ah.
They're coming and soon.
As I've heard. Well, now I will be there to defend this place one last time. Good. I was rather upset that I wasn't going to tear someone's throat out before I died. He will upright himself, standing far more proud than he had before.
Well,
He will say, legends have spoken of the blood of the mother residing there. No one knows where the mother's body lay. It has been eons. I am one of the oldest that has ever existed, and yet even I have not a clue of where it might be. Only one knows, and he refuses to tell. But with this, with what little you've given me, with what little you've found, I am capable of so much more. And for that I thank you.
If all things go well, we'll have the rest of that information soon. Maybe he does know where she is. Maybe he's been lying about it this whole time. There's only one way to find out, and that's to live through this next week.
Easy.
I imagine you will. And then you will storm that library like those dragons wish to storm our city. But
we'll be far more successful.
He'll look to Viska and say, I like these ones. And Viska will nod.
Go ahead, Duz, talk for yourself.
Nope, fuck you.
We've lived through quite a bit since coming here. I figure if our luck's held this long, I think he can hold on at least another week.
Shatterclex will look at you, Enley, and will go, Oh, forgive me. I lost myself. You were looking for someplace else. A place where names have meaning. Were you able to find it?
Well, I was able to find a shard of it, to say the least. Think it might be a long time before I go back there, but I at least have a better clue than I started with.
And yet, you do not seem all that disappointed. This is good. For one reason or another, you have seen the positive side of this.
I have, and I think that duty is a heavy burden, but quite frankly, I think it's one I'd rather bear at the moment. And Emily kind of looks over at Isla.
The youngling. Look at this one. Isla's just kind of looking in wonder at what's happened so far. And will look to you all with an excitement you haven't seen on her in quite some time. And she will say, do you think I'm gonna get that big? Am I gonna get that big? I'm like
One
3
day.
apples tall.
For sure.
Isla, you are much larger than 3 apples, first of all.
You're right, maybe 4 or 5.
Next month you'll be 4 apples.
Enly is 3 apples.
All right, that's enough of that.
I am taller than Emily, that is true.
Isla 10 apple tall.
But
Isla,
I,
you're like
I believe you'd get that big.
you're like
I
4.5, 5 feet tall right now, just on all fours.
That's like 10 apples. How much tall is an apple? Everyone picture an
I
apple.
think it's about the
Right,
size
3
of
or
an
4
apple.
inches.
About the size of an apple? Okay.
It's at
Yeah.
least 2.
It's at least
I
At
haven't
lea-
2.
seen it.
yeah, you know
I
what?
haven't
Yeah,
seen an
at
apple
least
since we
2.
got here, so I couldn't tell you what one looked like right now.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
we saw those
it's-
weird
it's-
blue apples.
Those were Feywild apples. I don't know.
I still have one of those in my pockets.
I don't think you ate them. I think you do. I don't think you used them for anything.
No, we
Hmm.
didn't. I told them.
Imagine
not
they're
to.
just. Imagine those apples are just rotting in the bag.
So funny.
Ugh.
Nadar specifically told them
Nasty,
don't eat
rotten
the
apple
apple,
smell.
and
There you go. It sucks so bad. It's probably not gonna rot. It's Feywild.
Can I-
Yeah.
Fey
Can I
magic.
take out the apple that I have in my pocket?
Yeah, you can. It's a
Can I
blue
hold it
apple.
up to Isla and try, with only one apple, try to count perhaps how many apples tall she is?
Sure, roll me an intelligence check.
Awesome. Super good at those. Let's see.
I think charisma is
Big
your
money, no
worst stat.
whammies. They call me the smart. Where is my...
You're actually not
Oh,
bad
hey,
at
it's higher than my
intelligence.
charisma, that's for
Yeah.
sure.
Okay.
Awesome.
It takes you far longer than anyone would have thought it would take you.
Cool. And how many apples tall is she?
Oh, Jesus Christ! Hold on, let me look up how big an apple is.
Average height of
About
apple.
3 inches. An
3
apple's about
inches.
3 inches.
Average
I
height.
All
am
apples.
Three and a
so
half.
dumb. I looked up how tall is an average.
Tall is an average.
Well, I tried to look up how tall is an
Four,
like
yeah,
like
three,
height of an
you're right.
average apple, and it
Well,
tried
it
to just show
depends
me
what
info about
type of-
trees.
That's so funny.
Well, it depends on what type of apples you're like looking at. Are you looking
I'm
at a
thinking like a
green
Gala.
apple, like a Granny Smith apple? Are you looking at a Fuji apple? Are you looking at a Lady
'Cause I was gonna
Hamilton
say,
apple?
Greenwich apple is a small ass apple. That is a
She-
tiny apple.
She is about 20 apples tall.
20 apples.
Pretty apple.
This is dumb.
I love that we spent all of those minutes trying to
And I'm
determine how
about
many
12
apples
apples tall,
tall.
actually.
You wait. She,
Yeah,
she's
that's like
Tomorrow,
3 apples.
21 apples tall.
I'm actually reducing you
apple
by
a
the
day
second in my mind to 3 apples tall, Emily.
Apple
No!
day keeps the Isla growing.
I've
I'm-
gone from small to tiny.
I'm actually the longer it takes for Enly to die, the shorter Benley is becoming in my head. Every session they get an apple shorter.
Man,
What's wrong with you?
now Enly and Indar are in the same club of Dust trying to kill them off.
no, I mean not yet. I need him to be less than an apple tall before I can get him in here.
Oh my god. All right.
Dust isn't gonna argue the fact that he's desperately trying to kill Nadar, though.
No, it's fun. It's fun to try and kill the Nadar. He's the beefiest one.
Not though.
And he's you know, I mean, now that Mavis is here, he's not the only frontliner, but like when he's on the front
Hemlock
line,
has
he's the
as
one.
many hit points as me. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but Hemlock's a little coward who likes to hit things from far away and meld into walls.
What?
Nadar would love to hit things from far away, but he fucking can't.
You don't have to be mean about it.
I think we have some war preparations to do now.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote a
Oh.
speech.
You did?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Just now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh.
So, in that case, afterwards, you all can. Oh, I've gotten a text message from somebody. Oh, yippee.
Sorry, that was me.
It's me. I'm in your walls, and I'm sending you text messages.
Damn, stop that.
Are you staying
I
for
just want you
dinner?
to order me a pizza.
So, you're not getting one.
No, fuck you. Order me pizza. No.
So, Night will fall. You all can take another long rest, if you'd like. During this long rest, Nadar, you can roll.
Yeah, I
your-
do go find Troll Carl and help him set up a few runes.
Absolutely. You all can take some time nearing the outer borders of the walls. Actually, no, you guys are probably on the walls themselves because no dragon's going to go to the wall. No, actually, you're not. What am I talking about? Actually, I'll let you choose. Nadar will, when you show up, you will find him standing outside the bastion looking at the wall and will say, "Oh, good. Perfect timing. I was just considering what I wish to do here. What do you think? Should I make the walls more resistant to fire, more resilient, or should I add, traps?"
Hmm. That is a great question, actually. Our goal is to make it to where they don't get over here in the first place, and if they do, it's just a couple. Perhaps. What kind of traps do you have in mind?
He will smile a sinister smile.
I already like where this is going, Troll Carl. Please tell me.
Well, there is a spell. He will begin to wave his fingers and will begin to cast Glyph of Warding, and will say, "There is a spell in which I can apply conditions to it. I can add all of these runes to the walls and make it cast fire shields so that if they are to be attacked by fire or ice, they will become resistant to such a thing. Immune in most cases. If we're looking at traps, however, things are a bit more boundless. I can put just about any offensive spell into these as long as I use enough magic, but the more powerful, the less I can make. And it also does cost money.
See.
However, I do have one in mind.
What do you have in mind?
Have you heard of the spell Reverse Gravity?
Oh. Oh, that's quite fun.
Dragons can fly, but if you can knock off their rhythm, similar to wyverns, they will plummet. Even if just for a moment having these, it might cause a bit of brevity. However, if I am to put them all across the wall, they will only be able to activate for a mere moment, maybe 10 seconds at most.
Basically enough to ground one, maybe two dragons.
And that depends on
Per
how many of them
spell.
are going through.
Per spell.
But it would ground a few.
At least for a moment, yes. Much easier for the men on the ballistas to shoot a non-moving, non-flying target.
Normally, I would set up some kind of magical sentry, a circle that would explode, but two problems.
They fly.
Well, yes. Three problems. First, they fly. Two, we need to keep the walls intact. And three, these are dragons. They hold affinities with the elements. Certain damages won't affect them. So I figure we do something that doesn't damage them, leave that to the people on the ground.
I don't know, I feel like slamming into the ground rapidly over the course of maybe 10 seconds. It's going to hurt quite a bit.
This is true.
May not kill them, but they definitely won't not feel it.
You're giving me ideas. Very well.
That's what I'm here for.
I will spend my week taking care of as many of these as I can. If you could help me, it would be appreciated, but I know you have your own things to get to.
Yes, I have a few ideas of things that I might be able to make. They wouldn't last, I don't think, but they'd be good for one or two.
Good. I know your forge is broken, but I'm certain there is a blacksmith in town who'd be willing to let you aid.
Well, Me and him are on interesting terms, but I'll be speaking with him in the morning.
Good, good. Very well. I will start my preparation. You should get to bed.
Yes. And Nadar's just going to sleep in the bastion, just in case.
Sure. Are you going to fix up
Just
your
to-
forge at all before you go to bed?
Yeah, I will do a forge thing tonight. So I'll hit one of those.
Sure.
Or what did you say it was?
1d8
Just a
plus intelligence.
1d8 plus my intelligence.
Wow.
I'm feeling
You've been
good
rolling
today.
real good.
That's a fucking 13. I lied. That's an 11.
I was going to say, that's plus 6. What are you talking about? Which puts you at 87? 87.
87.
Nice. Hey, you're making solid progress on it.
Yeah, will I be assisted by the other mending mage who isn't here again?
Normally, I would say yes, but I think in this case, no. I think she is out in the city with Mavis.
Yeah, and then for my... Do you say I can only repair or investigate? Or am I able to do both?
Repair or what? Oh, you can only do one. I'm treating it as its own independent thing.
Repairing then.
Alrighty.
Yeah, okay. Done then.
Absolutely. And so, you all will have a long rest, and you will awake in the morning.
Oh
And
boy,
there
long
is
rest. The
much
only person
to
that
do.
spent anything was me and Enley.
Yeah. So, we are going to go through the first day, and then we're going to call it there for today,
Mhm.
because I don't want to go too far without the others. So I think we will start. I will give 3 of you time to think about what you'd like to do, but one of you has already prepared something, so we're going to start with that.
Yeah.
I think.
So, hello, my good friend
Oh.
Dust.
I've misassumed. 2 of you have
Oh no,
prepared something.
it's both me and Enley that are ready.
Yeah.
But Enley can go
I will-
first. He wrote a whole ass speech.
Yeah. Would you like to read your speech now, Enley?
Sure.
So I will set the scene. For
My
you then.
speech is gonna be kind of aimed for like when Enley has gathered as many civilians as are willing to fight as possible and kind of
Sure.
combine them with the soldiers.
Okay.
But like I like a couple things that I could like add
gotta-
in there that like Enley says to the civilians to try to like convince them like if they're willing to fight.
If
Yeah, we
you'd
gotta
like
go
to,
around and rally the civilians first before we can.
Yeah. If you'd like to save the speech for now, you can. If anything, you can just kind of improv, just like going around. I suppose the choice to make for today, are you going to round up civilians or are you going to try and inspire the soldiers?
I feel like the speech that I wrote while I was listening to you, narrating for Shatterclax. I feel like it's kind of a like as they're taking to the field kind of speech, but like I do have some things that I think Enley would say like to the people.
Absolutely. Well, in that case, we will go with the people. The day will begin, and people will immediately break out. We're gonna move through time in these days a little bit weird, because, there might be a specific time of the day in which you want to do something, but I don't want that to mean that, if you want something to happen later in the day, then suddenly you've skipped an entire day. So we'll say at about midday, when most people are in the square, especially around the Dragon's Den port, wherein people come to and fro the most, there are a lot of civilians out and about. And so, you will, something will be organized. Shadowclex will take place in the square and give you a podium, i.e. his head, to stand on. And people will begin to gather around. to hear, and I think immediately when they can see what it's about, there will be questions. There will be, one person asking, like, what is happening? Another saying, is this the war? Are we leaving? What are we all going to die? What's going on? Things of that nature before you say anything. But you can speak up whenever you'd like.
So I think Enli, kind of standing on top of this dragon, is kind of letting people call out their questions, kind of trying to guide people and organize so it doesn't turn into a, just a shouting match of people panicking. And I think some of the things that they're going to say are, right now what we know is that by week's end, there will be an army of dragons coming to try to destroy this city. And what that means for us, what it means for all of you, what it means for the soldiers who are going to defend the walls, every single person in this city, it means that you have a choice to make. Right now, you have a few different choices, but the ones that I want you to think about are these. You can choose to leave. If you have family to protect, if you have business that you think is more important than this, if you have a safe place to go, no one is going to hold it against you if you decide to leave. But what I want you to think about is this. For however long you're in this city, the city is your home. Whether you've been here for a week, whether you've been here for a year, whether you've been here your whole life. Right now, the choice that you have to make is to decide whether you're willing to stand and fight for this city. I'm not asking you to do anything that you don't think you're capable of doing. But I know that if you look inside yourself and you find even a tiny seed of love for this place, for the people around you, for your neighbors, for the dragons who are on our side, for the dragons who are on the other side, if you can have even a touch of empathy in your hearts for the people of this land, and you think that you can make a difference, it's important that you stand and fight with us. One man, one woman, one teenager, one person fighting with all of their heart to save something that they love is worth 10 fighting for greed. There's no guarantees here. I can't promise that everything's going to be okay. But I know that the more of us that take a stand, if we are willing to stand up and say that this is what we want to protect this city, we want to protect these people, if enough of us stand up and do it, we will give those dragons a run for their money. They want us to be afraid. They want us to think that they're going to wipe us out. I don't think that they will. Not if all of us stand up and fight. You have a week, but the sooner you decide, the more prepared you're going to be. If you choose to leave, that's a week of sailing you can get behind you. If you choose to stay and fight, that's a week more of training with the soldiers. But making a decision, being decisive, is the best bet you have for survival.
All right.
Wow.
And that wasn't even my speech.
Yeah. I would like you to roll me a persuasion check with advantage. I think that was good enough that I'm absolutely going to warrant an advantage.
Yippee.
Ooh, okay. A 23 to start is very, very good. I almost want to give you more for that because it was just really nice. But I think Rally the People and Rally the Soldiers also fall under the same umbrella. So, we can work that out. Some people, kind of look around. They are concerned and upset. People do already leave, maybe out of fear, but they're already taking action because of what you've said. And that feels quite nice. And you will already see a few people who stay, who go to like the nearby smith and immediately buy out some of his stock and already have spears. The people that can't are already starting to make crude ones out of wood. It's very few people, but it's still a few. It'll take a little bit more time and a little bit more convincing, a little bit more proof, but it's a very good start.
What it's all about.
Which puts us a little bit of ways away. Nadar, you also had something prepared.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go to our good friend, the Smith, whose name I cannot remember for the life of me right
I don't
now.
think he had one. I think.
On the way to the Smith, I'll stop by the. I think it was the jeweler.
Yeah.
that gave
Yeah,
us the
Enlil
quest to
would
go
have
get the
given
gems.
Nadar the stuff to give back to the jeweler too.
Yeah, so he'll head there first and drop off the gems.
Very important question. Do you drop off all 50,000 gold worth?
Hashtag our
Hey.
gems.
I hate that you fucking asked me this question, Dust. I was hoping you'd just take them so I wouldn't have to
Bring
think
the
about the
whole
fucking
bag.
amount.
Bring the whole-
I talk to him with. I'd bring the entire bag.
Yeah, I was gonna say, bring the whole bag and be like, and how much was it again?
He will say, oh, welcome back to the city. I see you all had a very luxurious trip then?
Yeah, it was an interesting time there, but we did find your bag and your little area.
I see. This is very nice. Let's see. Do you just hand the bag to him?
I just give him the bag.
He'll look.
It pains Nadar. It physically hurts him to hand over that much money, but he does it.
And he will say, look at this. Yes, you have done me a great service today, my friend. This will keep me in business for a terribly long time. And of course...
As if the town's still here.
Oh, the town's going to be here, my friend. There's a reason why I wanted you to get these things. Gems...
Plans for them, then?
Gems are not just pretty, my friend. They hold
I'm
great
aware.
magical properties. I'm sure you know. You're a magical person yourself.
What plans do you have for the gems, then?
There's a few spells they might empower. Revivification is always important, but the hope is that...
That was exactly what I was thinking for one of them.
One of
I
them.
also have some ideas, if you'd be willing to listen.
Well, I think it's the least I could do.
So, hello, my good friend Dust.
Yeah.
The idea that I have had was having this jeweler and the blacksmith working together to create something.
Okay. What do you want them to create?
With my help to help them figure it out. Basically, it would be a little capsule using a gem that would be able to... I'm just using the spell that I have on my list, absorb elements.
Okay.
Obviously, it wouldn't be like actually absorb elements because then it would be useless. But something of that nature to essentially hand out to people so they can drop it if they're about to get hit by a breath weapon, halving the damage they would take.
I see.
And it would essentially be good for one use, as it would burn out the gem that's inside of it.
It's true. They you will talk about this with him, and he will say, well, you don't need a lot of a gem to do such a thing, and a couple of these are quite small. I don't want to use my whole stock, but I'm not going to sell them if everyone's dead.
It's very true. If the town's not here, you're out of a job. So
This is true. This is very true.
you're already planning on using most, if not all of them, to assist the townsfolk. So
Yes. It gives me a few ideas. I can work on something.
excellent.
I can talk to the smith. We'll need your guidance on the first day, but I imagine after that we can put a few things together.
Of course. If you have the time now, we can go speak with him.
I don't mind. Though, before we go, I wanted to make something very clear. Unfortunately, the magic in these beauties, I can't make on a whim. I don't have a direct reward for your help in getting these for me. But understand this. Some of these gems go for thousands of gold. For you and your friends, they will go for hundreds. I promise you.
Greatly appreciated. Let's hope we live that long to find out how many hundreds you're talking. Come on.
Obviously, 999. He just like nudges you. He's joking. And you can go talk to the smith. There will be a funny little bit of tension between you and the smith, but he brushes it aside. You guys, I don't know if you guys remember, when you had gone to the old, like the very old port, right outside the walls of the last watchtower, you guys had found out that that house and that port was his house, was the smith's. Which means
We did not ever find that out, because that would have been good information.
it was, oh god, I know it was there. Maybe you guys didn't find it.
We might not have found it.
There was a
There was a note with names in it, but I do not remember the
Yeah.
names, and now I'm struggling to find it in story. There it is. Because there's so many fucking story ones that we've read. I don't. Note to Pierre. This one?
Yeah, I believe it was Note to Pierre. Let me
Yeah,
see.
Bergie. Yeah, there's Note to Pierre.
Yeah, this guy's Pierre. You will find out very quickly that his name is Pierre.
So he is Pierre.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. So he was the guy that was sent to watch over things.
Oh, sorry. My bad. This guy
Other
is
way
not
around.
Pierre. Other way around. I guess he didn't actually give a name in here.
Yeah.
He said
the Note
he
to
said
Pierre does
someone-
not have a name.
Yeah, doesn't have a from. The only other name it mentions is Nime, who
Mentions Bergie and the Note to Pierre and Nime. Yeah.
Nime, which is all right. You can. There were a few hints laid about there. Primarily the fact, I believe,
There was
like
an anvil.
yeah, there was an anvil. Well, one of the hints was that in the fire was the same type of armor that you had made, Nadar, that made a whole argument. Because he couldn't make a good one. But yeah, this is the guy that owned that house, and Bergie.
Okay, yeah, got it.
Which I think you could put together through context clues, even if it's literally just hearing him call out to Nime in the house while you are over there. Little things
Yeah.
begin to add up.
Mhm. I mean, hearing the name Nime, that would immediately, Nadar would figure that out. It was like, oh,
Yeah.
oh,
But you can begin
damn,
to
I
put
stole
them.
this man's boat. Probably not his boat, but
You can begin to get them both on the right path. And so, this is going to be your sort of task for the day. I'd like you to roll
my
me
task
a
for the day.
blacksmithing.
For sure, one forging check coming up.
Ooh.
18.
5 is still an 18.
I can make that a 22.
If you want.
Yeah, why not? Let's make it a 22.
It's 22. Note that down. I will roll for both of these fools who will have their own things to add to it separately. That tracks.
You shitting on my boy the blacksmith. He doing great. Leave him alone.
Yeah, no, the blacksmith is actually the one that did great.
Oh, what the fuck, jeweler? Whatever your name is.
The jeweler is a little out of his depth. He doesn't do a lot of smithing. He does a little bit of artificy here and there, and really just appraises. But you know,
we get him on the right track.
Yeah, he can understand a little bit. So we'll make that, which makes that number, have that one in my head. And then that number plus, so it'd be, I can write it down actually, I don't know why I'm just saying that number. Plus, and then what would he add? He's probably rolling Arcana, but I don't think he has proficiency in it, so I think we're there. Oh, okay, that's not bad. Not a bad start. 56 is where you end up.
That's okay, that's pretty good.
So I will...
They are 56% smarter.
They're 56% smarter, that's true. Because there are two people working on this, more and more will get made. You'll begin to put them through. I will help design what this item actually does for these people. Mainly just a way to...
You get the idea of what I was going for.
Yeah, to protect
It's like a
them
one-time
from...
little bubble shield, kinda.
Yeah, I get it. I think it would very simply be a one-time, like, one-round globe of invulnerability, is essentially what you could do as a reaction.
Yeah.
And they
I forgot what the name of that spell was, that's why I didn't use it.
Yeah. They will get working on these. I'll need to, like, figure out how many people actually live in the city, because I have a way to calculate it based off that number. But, for now, I'm just gonna write down 56 under...
Yeah, that's my day. Is helping them create tiny one-time use globes of invulnerability.
Reaction globe. We won't go by the rules. We're just gonna go by what is cool, which is it blocks all damage for a single turn. Vulnerability. And I'll just put down 56. I'm not gonna put a counter on that quite yet. Apparently, I can't spell fucking invulnerability.
And I probably couldn't either.
Vulnerability. It's too wise. So
there's an N. Invulnerable.
There it is. Please. It's before.
There needs to be an E. No, it's LNE.
I hate this. Oh, there it is. So, moving away from them, I look to Non and Hemlock. Is there anything either of you would like to do today? And if you can't think of something else, you can always help someone else.
I can't think of anything. I would like to help someone if they need it.
Who do you want to help?
Although I doubt anyone is requesting help from Hemlock for anything.
There's a few people.
You have spell slots and can go help Troll Carl.
Yeah, if you want, you can go help Troll Carl with his thing. I'm gonna have him roll every day to see how effective he can get these things to be, if he can set them all up.
And giving him extra spell slots or something would probably assist him in that way. If I had to guess how that was working.
I think basically the way that I'm gonna have his set up is that whatever number he ends up getting is basically like, I think, oh god, what was it? It's
because Cliff of Warding takes an hour to cast.
Yeah.
Basically, apparently I can get that at my next level. That's crazy.
Yeah, Cliff of Warding's fun.
I was actually considering how to include that. I was like, I don't fucking know that spell, so I can't do it.
I'm basically gonna divide his total by the end of the week by a number, which I haven't decided yet, to determine how many of them he was able to properly set up. Which basically means, like, you know, if he ends up setting up a quote-unquote 3, then during the actual fight, it will block 3 dragons from getting through, or multiple if 2 go in at once. Stuff like that. So, Hemlock, you're gonna go help out Troll Carl?
Yes.
Provide him your arcane power.
Yeah. This is
arcane powers.
This one is a bit interesting because you are a being whose magic focuses primarily on destruction using nature. And this is just plain old magic. So I think I'm gonna ask you to roll an Arcana check with the knowledge that, you know, even if you roll bad, that still adds something to this.
Gotcha. Okay, well.
Hey, that ain't the worst. That's the middle you could roll. I'll actually add a little. And I'll add for you 11, and I will add Troll Carl's. Or you know what? Actually, I'll give you a choice. I know you've rolled that. We can either keep that number, or you can just give Troll Carl the help action.
I will give Troll Carl the help action. I trust him to have a higher score.
Sure.
I think even Troll Carl rolling a 1 is a higher score than you.
I think I needed to
For Arcana.
Yeah.
I think I needed to update his Arcana because he's a smart boy, and I've updated.
Has
his
Troll
shit
Carl leveled up?
recently. No, I never made his sheet fully, so I used an Abjuration Wizard sheet, which is very powerful. They have a challenge rating of 9. They're very scary to fight.
You're saying that, and then we're going to go fight an ancient red dragon
It's
in
true.
a couple sessions.
Well, I will.
That has a CR of 24.
Well, I will let you guys know, because, you know, I want you to be scared because it's fun, but I also don't want you to be, like, actually
I'm
anxious.
fucking terrified.
While it will be an ancient red dragon, and it will be scary, I'm making the stat block myself. So it's not going to be what is on just, like, the standard ancient red dragon stat block.
Like, that has a CR of 24.
Yeah.
I'm already terrified.
I'm at least comforted by the fact that Enli is faster than almost every dragon.
Oh, he has advantage. Oh, that's really good. Okay, with a natural 20, he actually I'm not gonna make him roll again because there's no point.
He physically cannot get higher than that.
Physically cannot get higher than that. So whenever you nat 20 on these, you get a breakthrough, which means in the same day you get to roll again. Which means 27 plus 37. He's at 64 on day 1.
Let's go, Troll Carl!
That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
Hemlock provided their arcane power, and
You're
it
right,
fucking worked. Troll Carl was probably a little surprised it worked that well.
Yeah, I think he'll like find your knack for this a little surprising, Hemlock. And he will say,
Hemlock's really good at pissing off dragons. That's what it is.
And I think there will be a moment where he will, alone with you, actually have a small conversation, in which he will say, Hemlock, we've been here for an incredibly long time. Okrathel, that is. I still don't know. Why are you here? You've undergone severe changes. I can see the scales growing over your eyes. You're ascending, like the rest of them. But why are you here?
There's a little bit of a almost a smile that starts to form on his face, but at the mention of the scales on his eyes, there's a bit of an uncertainty, a nervousness, as if he's definitely not thrilled about that.
What is Bay of the Dread?
But he shrugs and says, "Well, I mean, everyone gets to that age where, you leave home and you want to find out, you want to find yourself, you want to find your purpose, you want to like go out in the world and and all that stuff. It ain't no different from everybody else."
Yeah, you're definitely one who takes initiative.
Hey, man, come on, I take initiative, but if someone else does it better than me, I let them do it.
Uh-huh. Why are you really here, Hemlock?
I'm not lying to you.
I don't think you're lying, but I don't think you're telling me everything.
Well, I mean, ticket costs $10. 10 gold.
He'll shake his head. Everyone comes here for a reason. It's rarely as simple as going out for an adventure. Nadar is a special case.
Yeah, Nadar's like normal.
Suppose so.
There's nothing normal about Nadar.
Everyone that comes here with a purpose, and it's typically one of great and terrible magnitude. That's why I'm here. But all that is to say, your business is not my own. I was merely curious.
If you ask again in another interesting way later, then I'll probably tell you more.
The hell does that mean?
You gotta be nice to me, though. You gotta be nice to me, Troll Carl. He smiles.
I'll try.
Yippee!
And we'll move away from there to, last but not least, Non. Non, what are you doing?
Is there an help option to perhaps assist anyone on the city?
I mean, yeah, absolutely. If you're looking to help out your party members, it's very simple. You're basically just going to roll the check that they already rolled. Or if you want to do something specific, you could do that.
Okay, because I know everyone else got a, vibe, and it's day one. Non's gonna help out the people in the city as much as he can.
Okay.
But this way to stay, and prep up the weapons and all.
I think in that case, this is going to be a different roll for the same thing. I'd like you to roll me a survival check.
Oh, okay. Wait.
And I'm actually going to give you advantage because technically speaking, this is still you're in a city, but what you're preparing these people for is your favorite terrain. So
yeah,
I will give you advantage. That's very good. 21. 21. You you will start to gather people. Some people, the people that have weapons seem to be pretty okay. There are people that are in the square talking with one another more than usual today. People are undecided about what they want to do. You find a few that are scared. You see one as their parent or some figure of authority throws them a spear, and the way that they hold it, they're scared of it. They've never held one. They don't know how to use it. They don't know what's going on. And you will walk up to them and you will teach them. Very slowly, very, very gently, as you do. You will show them how to use this weapon they've been handed. And more than that, you will teach them other things, like how to use a dagger for other things other than stabbing people. Very simple, very basic survival things. And people will see, and they will ask to learn as well. And I will add 21 to the Rally the People stats. You're now at 54 out of 100.
Mm-hmm. Don's using as much as she can as a help, because she's basically doing as much as you can as someone who comes from a tribe that helps each other.
Yeah. And people are...
That's how she spends her birthday.
Yeah. And people are glad to get it. You are doing a good job at bringing their spirits up on the individual side of things. And I think with that, there are, a few other people that are going to be doing things, just like preparing on the sidelines. And those are things that I'll probably roll myself either now or at the start of next session. But I think for now, at the end of day one, with the people's spirits somewhat lifted, little schemes going on with the local artificers and their magic garbage, as well as the local powerful wizard setting up some local powerful magic. Things will...
With the help of a destructive druid.
Yeah. Things will begin to look a little bit up. And
Is there anything that I can use my inspiration for to kind of boost things along on this first day?
inspiration is a little bit difficult purely because these are things that are happening in the long term, right? The idea is that if you're working on a project, you're doing it over the course of a whole day, so using inspiration isn't as applicable. But I imagine we can bend the rules a little bit to try and find a nice middle ground, because I think it would make sense for you to be able to use your... Oh, wait, sorry. I might be misunderstanding. Do you mean your inspiration as in your bardic, or your heroic inspiration that you got for the session?
My heroic inspiration. I just want to see if maybe Enley's a little bit more motivated today.
You know what? I think we're going to use these inspirations in a different way when used in this context for projects. Giving you advantage on things is nice, but there's other ways to get advantage in situations like this. I think I'm going to, if you have an inspiration, let you do an additional task.
Yippee.
I'll take that off you.
Yeah. Just don't want... I don't want that to go to waste.
Absolutely. If you'd like, you can simply rally the people more, or if there's anything specific, and even if you have like questions like, oh, does this exist, I can come up with something on the spot. Well, I don't have it written down, but what would you like to do?
I think rather than like a big grand speech, I think maybe Enley might spend a little bit of extra time during the day, like going up to the people like in the square who still seem like undecided, and just kind of reminding them like, you know, like you need to make the best decision for you, and like just help them go from that state of indecision into picking a course of action, and just reassuring them that whatever they choose is the right choice for them. Just kind of helping push people along who might be undecided.
Sure. I think that is very easily another persuasion check.
Yippee!
This one will not have advantage, but still.
That's fine. I didn't write any. Yeah.
Jesus
That'll
Christ.
do.
Was it that's...
That'll do, donkey. That'll do.
That'll do. Yeah, I think rallying the people is gonna be done day 2.
Likely. Which,
I mean, if we take a look here,
I had already planned there will be more than one tier for rally the people, because this will get people to want to, like, the people that wish to leave will leave, and the people that wish to stay will stay, and they will fight. But there's more you can do.
God, I can't wait to use my speech. I'm gonna work all week on it.
But yeah, that will
I'm
likely
glad
get done
Dust is
tomorrow.
letting me do my little thing, my little silly little
Oh yeah, I mean,
reaction globes of invulnerability.
it's a good idea. Is this to clarify, are you trying to make enough for the people or for yourselves, like the party?
Primarily for the people.
Yeah.
If
all
there's
right.
extras, we can take some, but primarily for the people.
There will likely not be.
If they roll really well, I really believe in them, Dust.
Here's hoping.
Also, if I run out of things to do personally, I'm just gonna go help them more. So
Yeah, that's fair. I will be adding things to this list over the course of the week so that I can give you guys more options to choose from rather than having you come up with stuff on your own. But in the meantime,
like I'm probably gonna take like a day or two and repair some of the walls.
Yeah,
Make sure all the weapons are good.
exactly. Well, in the meantime, next session we will come back to Azumi and Mavis, who will get in on the day 1 action a little bit. And we will have a war to prepare for. And most likely, sometime
Yeah, I
in
got my-
February, we'll have a big old fight in our hands.
I got my little day counter up in the top above the town.
I appreciate it. It was actually very nice.
Days. 1. We're getting there, guys.
Technically, you know what? I'll actually add, because the 7th day is when the big thing is. And you spent the first day with her.
We have less than 7 days, technically.
Less than 7 days. So you're technically on day 2. But that's okay. And let me just
add another line.
of 7. There you go.
There you go. I've added another line on the map.
Oh, can you not see the things that I wrote down?
No.
Oh, that's so funny.
You could have wrote of 14 days and we'd never know.
Days
We have-
8, days 11 of 7.
That's
Okay, you
clearly
can see
two.
it, sorry.
That's clearly 2 tally marks.
It's two tallies. It's 2 tallies. It's so good.
I thought that said 11. Might be. I was like, are we tied?
We've been in
are
town.
we tied-
We've been in town 11 days now.
Yeah, it's a
Why aren't you
scorch.
paying
It's just
attention?
it's just a scorch mark on the face of the earth.
Does that mean we're gonna die in 11 days, you guys?
Yeah, you guys watch The Ring. It really sucks. But
Yeah, if we don't send it to someone else and make them watch it.
exactly.
Well, you guys are gonna die in 11 days. I'm built different.
Well, thank you guys for coming along to our. I mean, despite the the subject matter chiller session, no one almost died.
Yippee!
We will return with more war
Yay.
planning next week, and it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Goodbye.